Imagine to be paid to blow things up. How cool would that be? This is the reality for Kenneth Wegge, the owner of a local demolition service that was hired to do a controlled demolition of 2 towers in the harbor front of Vordingborg in the southern part of Denmark. In this video you can see the actual demolition captured from several angles and also gain some insider knowledge how to pull off a job like this and get the expected outcome. But before we blow things up, let's roll that intro. Do you want to improve your drone footage, refine your video skills, learn about e-wheels? Consider subscribing for my weekly tips, tests and tutorials. Almost 4 decades after the silo was built at the harbor front of Vordingborg, it's time for the 175 feet silo to be removed, leaving room for new projects involving a hotel, apartment and offices by KISS Real Estate. The silo was built for storing concrete powder by Aalborg Portland. In 1991 the production was moved abroad and the facility has been left unused ever since. The demolition job was divided into 2 parts, the main silo and the staircase next to it. The staircase needs to be removed first to make room for the main silo that will go down later this spring. I plan to be on site for that demolition as well. When you need to take down a building like that, you can use conventional manpower to do this, but this will take in the area of 4 to 6 months. This is why KISS Real Estate decided to use demolition to shorten the time and cost involved. Let's take a look at the basics of doing a safe demolition of a tower. Months before the work commences, a security zone is agreed. This is done by walking through the area and with measuring wheel adding lines and measurements on an overview map. The purpose of the security zone is to keep the public away on a safe distance during the blast. The safety distance is calculated as twice the height of the building, which in this case gives 107 meters or 350 feet. In addition, the actual conditions are assessed where the containers in these situations are put up to protect the housing blocks behind. The work of preparing the building starts days in advance where the structure is weakened on 3 sides, leaving only material for safe support. The size of these support legs are carefully calculated so they can still handle the weight of the tower. Each support leg is then drilled in 10 strategic places to make sure the leg will be removed during detonation. Detonation cores are inserted into the drilled holes, taped with 2 detonators. So there are 2 ignition systems that ensures that the charge will go off. A detonation cord is a fast explosive charge that detonates with 10,000 meters per second or more. It can also be used as a very effective way to remove trees and poles. All detonators are connected with coupling blocks. All coupling blocks are then connected to a lead-in line, pulled out to the detonation ignition box located at a safe distance at the edge of the safe zone. The legs are then covered with 3 layers of wire fence, 2 layers of explosive blanket, and finally with heavy iron plates around the entire foundation to prevent the spread of fractions from the explosion. By a blast like this, the detonation is delayed by 17 milliseconds between each of the 10 detonations on each support leg. This delay is achieved by using time-delayed coupling blocks. In practice, it will sound like one explosion, starting with the lower charges allowing the concrete to expand. If you detonate everything at once, the cover must be able to sustain 10 times as much power. With the 17 milliseconds delay, it's only the power of 1 charge at a time per support leg. That's pretty smart. The demolition was scheduled for 10 AM, so the safe zone was established 6 AM in the morning. And the road was finally closed at 9 AM where the demolition service inspected the area before the lead-in line was connected to the demolition ignition box at the edge of the safe zone. Everything is now ready and the demolition sequence is now as following. 2 minutes before the blasting, a horn signals for 20 seconds. Before blasting, the horn sounds 2 times, then detonation. When there's no danger and safe passage is allowed, the horn will sound 3 times. Because the rear wall was left intact, it acts as a hinge and controls the direction the building falls. It's not the explosive that overturns the building, but the building's own weight pulled by gravity. It's like a chair. If you remove the front legs, it can only tip in one direction. This makes the process very controlled and secure. Let's look at some footage from the actual demolition. It's as simple as that, but it's still a major responsibility for the company in charge of the demolition, especially in areas like this where building blocks are located as close as they are. All the residents were evacuated and offered cake and coffee at a house in a safe locations away from the blast. Everything went well and the building came down safely, only with a few mud splatters and a pair of broken windows in the building behind. This happened because of a minor deviation in the fall direction, and according to Kenneth Wegge, deviation only occurs if there's an error in the construction, and this is the first time he has experienced a deviation. Otherwise, it's 100% safe in regards to the direction. Let's take it an extra time, and this time in slow motion. A big thank you to Kenneth and his team for letting me be part of this exciting job. I will be on site on the 6th of April when the main silo needs to go down. If you like this video, then make sure to press the like button below. If you have any questions or you just want to hang out, you can head over to the Drone Wheeler Facebook group and hang out with me and some of the other subscribers. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one.